Hey everybody, welcome to Castle Hives. Brian here. We are sitting in between two of the hives. We are in the apiary, Northeast Ohio beekeeping. This time of year, we have some, well, I guess all work in beekeeping is important, but we got some important work to do today. So follow along this video and see what I'm doing today to these hives. Alright everybody, so welcome to Castle Hives. You see the girls are out. Look at this. Look on Bee Box. Look at those girls there. Look on the Bee Castle. Look at them. Now I gotta move this inner cover here in some. It's not in the right spot, so I gotta move that. I know that. It's serving its purpose for right now. So what we're doing today, okay? I've got, and it's still up in the bee room. I have a Pro Nuke that has some fully drawn out frames, nice capped honey in them. And you remember when I was in the bee castle, a couple videos back, I had a couple frames that were not completely drawn out. Well, I just did a video, and the title of that video was, you know, strong colonies over numbers. You know, that's what we're looking for going into the winter. We want those strong colonies. Now, part of that thought is, throughout the summer, what I've done is, when there's a strong colony and they were building out frames, I was pulling those frames and putting them up in my bee room and storing them just for this scenario right here. And what I can now do is, you know, in this hive here, I had 3 or so frames that were not completely, you know, drawn out. They didn't have anything on them. I can pull those frames from my bee room and put them in this hive. I'm feeding this hive now also. Look at these girls. So I want as much resources in each of my colonies going into the winter. That way they come out of the winter strong, you know, they hit that spring flow. I can split them next spring. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for those strong colonies right now going into the winter. Have, look at them girls flying, have all the resources, have everything that they need. And that's part of that beekeeping, that you know, more or less, they say animal husbandry, you know, beekeeping husbandry that I can do. If I can help out these colonies just that little bit, I do so. Now, not everybody does. I'm not saying that this is what everybody has to do. This is just what I do as a backyard beekeeper sitting here on a hive stand. But let's get Bee Castle opened up. I want to look at those frames that I can pull out, and I'm going to swap those over. That way I set up that hive, you know, for success in the winter. The Bee Box is doing great. I'm not really going to get into there. It had plenty of frames that were drawn out. They are nailing the top feeder. So I might just give a peek in the top box there just to kind of give an eyeball down and see how things look. But, you know, overall, that hive's doing fantastic. You know, I'm looking at the activity in the front of that hive here, and the girls are bringing in, oh, there's one right there I see with some nice yellow pollen on there. There's some orange pollen down there that dropped that the girls are cleaning up. So they're the best cleaners. So let's get into the Bee Castle and swap those frames out, and let's get this work started, y'all. All right, everybody, so we're gonna get into the Bee Castle here. I've got the Pro Nuke in the back here that has those drawn out frames. And I just wanna see which frames I can supplement out. And when I check here, I'm just checking to make sure that the queen is not on this inner cover, because it's been known to happen. So, and you all know, if you follow Castle Hives, if something happens, it'll happen to me. All right, I think I see frame number 1 right here. Look at these girls coming up and visiting. Well, I thought I was going to be lazy and use the frame grabber. Yep, so this is a perfect frame for this scenario. Okay, you see here, it's not built out at all. So I'm going to set that there. They have the next frame on here is completely capped out. Completely capped out. So I'm moving that out this way. Okay, yeah, I'm looking down there, it's capped. I'm looking here, that's a nice honey frame there as well. So what I might do, it just depends. Yep, that's drawn also. I got a plan. All right, we're gonna slide this back. Well, I got a plan. What I'm gonna do is take one of the frames that's not all the way capped, but mostly, and use that for right here. But I want to get into this other side. So let me slide some frames. You know, when I tell you the backstory on this hive, so those that have been watching videos, this hive here developed from a supersedure cell from my one main hive. Ah, I see a frame right here. So you see right here, this frame is not drawn out at all. Little bit on here. So what I'm going to do is shake the bees off, and I have a frame that I can put right into this spot. Look at that frame right there. So from the frame that I had to that will give them a boost in that they can immediately start utilizing that drawn comb. Now I'm just looking down here, that one looks drawn, that's drawn, so the rest of this is filled, okay? Now, look at this frame right here, okay? So compared to what I pulled out, you look at this frame and it's going to go right here. So now I got to squeeze that bugger down in there. There we go. All right. So let me throw these frames here back in the Pro Nuke. And Bee Castle right now, let me get my hand where they got me. Bee Castle right now is going to be in much better shape because they're going to have all those drawn frames now. So let me put this cover back on because they're giving me a hum and they're telling me, Brian, it's October. Can't you just let us be? And I will. Let me throw on my bucket feeder, and there's still a little bit in that, so I don't have to worry about replenishing that. And then it's getting the super around that. And there we go. So Bee Castle is going to be, I can't complain about this hive. Overall, nice temperament. Yeah, I took a sting here today, but this time of year, that happens every once in a while. It's just those guard bees coming out. No worries, you know. Like I said, bee box, let's look at just the top box there. I just want to crack the feeder and just see the activity in there. So I can almost guarantee that we're going to have to put some syrup in that feeder. So when I do have that syrup, so let's move over to the bee box. All right. Wow. I tell you what, this colony is going mad with the feed. Crazy. Let me crack the feeder though, just to see what's in this top box. And I might, there's a guard bee in there. She's gonna let me know. Okay, so looking down in this colony, like I said, it's doing amazing. Capped out, capped out. Yeah, every frame in here is being utilized, so I'm not messing with it. You know, there's no need to. Let me put that back on. Give it a push. And by pushing on that, I just want, you know, that propolis just to catch again. That's it. Let me come over here. You see what I got. This is that fall work in the apiary. And in we go. So the next 2 weeks in this area of Ohio, this next week we're gonna have still in the 70s. We're gonna have a day in the 80s. I think maybe even 2 days in the 80s. The week after that, we are going to have upper 60s. We're gonna get one night a low of 42. But other than that, like lows 46, 48. So, you know, by me doing this, setting up that bee castle with all those drawn frames, by feeding 2-to-1 syrup, and I'll put a link up for the 2-to-1 syrup that I did. By me doing what I'm doing right here, this is just, you know, to make sure that I have strong colonies. That's it. Strong colonies over numbers. Where I lost those two, you know, when I didn't lose, I combined over. So by going from 9 to 7, I'm going to make up for that in the spring when I have strong colonies. So that's it. Let me go through and check the feeders on the others. And let's wrap this up for the day. So let me get through all those others real quick. Well, all right, everybody. I am all done for the day. The girls are looking good. I'm really happy with where they're at right now. Strong colonies over numbers. Strong colonies over numbers. That's going to be my new motto. Should be everybody's motto. But some people want numbers. You know. I just do what I do here, that's all. I'm just a backyard kind of person. They are wrapped up. Get on out of there, girls. Look at that, I gotta smoke my bag before I go back to the building, so. Man, smoker's almost out. But you all, if you like beekeeping, like the video. Subscribe also if you haven't. Hit that little subscribe down there. Upload videos weekly, do lives, periodically as well. So just had a great live the other day. Thank you again, Jose. Awesome live. That was one of the best talks. But follow along. Thank you to the members. Thank you to everybody that's new subscribers and supporters of the channel. But keep on watching, y'all, and until the next one.